You've talked a bit about the relative decline of the UK, but is there another insurance market somewhere out there in the world that's doing things much better?
So the relative decline is driven by price. Yeah. So you've got other centres which are lower cost, and you've got other centres that are offering lower prices, and businesses move. And I was dealing with a case this morning where the business has moved out of the UK. And it's a large chunk of premium that's moved out of the UK after being placed here in London for about 15 years. Yeah. And the reality is London is not a low-cost centre. Yeah. And the idea that London can compete and the UK can compete by competing on price is just untenable. And ultimately, London has to offer sophisticated, high-skilled products, and London needs to be the place where insurers want to put their capital for more sophisticated and complex commercial risks. And in our view today, when you start to look at businesses which are turning over 5 million, 10 million, complicated businesses in the service sector, they are pretty sophisticated. And the idea that you're selling them totally commoditized standard products is not right. We have clients that turn over tens of billions. We have clients that turn over 10 million, 15 million, 20 million. We work on cases at all levels. And the one thing they have in common is if they have a large loss event, a full limit loss event, and it isn't paid, it will damage their business. And of course, the fact of that means that for these businesses that might turn over 10 million or 15 million or 20 million, is often these insurances are more material to them than they are to the companies we act for that turn over 30 billion or 40 billion. Yeah. And so the situation that you're dealing with is if you've got low-cost centres with low-cost capital, and that's taken business away from the London market, London can't respond by being cheaper. Yeah. That isn't an option. London is never going to be cheaper. London has to be more sophisticated. It has to be high skill. It has to sell value. And I'm afraid the only time the London market gets the right price for its insurance policies is when you have a crisis which leads to a hard market. And so this isn't the success of sales and marketing, this is just supply and demand. And then suddenly when the hard market is over, the prices come down again, and you're seeing, for years, you see these policies written below the cost of risk. And you see the broker fees too low to do the job properly.
So might the market just solve this? That we have another hard market, the problem goes away?
The problem doesn't go away. The problem goes away temporarily.
Cyclical. Yeah.